He was there to see the eye specialist for the thing on his eyelid. Just unbelievable. It was clearly her dog. He got out yesterday from their home in their backyard, and somebody saw him yesterday on the road and picked him up and brought him to the shelter. And then, of course, the shelter reached out. So we're like, why is your dog so thin? Well, he hasn't eaten since Friday, really. Well, why hasn't he eaten since Friday? And, we go into Mama Bear. Why hasn't he eaten since Friday? Why haven't you had him to the vet? Blah, blah, blah. And there was like a little bit back and forth with Amy and them and me and them and whatever. So they come to the hospital. They get to the hospital. Actually, very lovely woman, grandmother and her niece, I think it was. She grabbed me, she held my hand and said, "Bless you, thank you." I was crying all night. I was so worried. The niece started crying. They've had him, he's 11 years old. They've had him his whole life. What happened was he went to the groomer. And when he went to the groomer dipped him. So he had a bad reaction to being dipped. He was shaking. He wasn't acting right. It made them very nervous. They took him to the vet. I saw the paperwork. They took him to the vet and had him looked at. And the vet told them, some dogs, you can't do the dips. It's not good for them, blah, blah, blah. So then they gave him a medicated bath. And then they gave him a Capstar. Mind you, this all happened within the same 24 hours. And after they gave him the Capstar, he was not feeling well. He vomited. He was not feeling well, and he hasn't really been normal or eaten since Friday. Grandma was cooking him chicken, beef. They were trying to get him to eat anything. And they also gave him, what's that antibiotic? Clavamox. The other vet gave him Clavamox in case there was anything going on in his system. But the first day they were able to get him to eat, and they were able to get him to take the Clavamox. But then after that, he wouldn't eat and he wouldn't take the meds. So we went back in a room when the owners got there and spoke to the vet that had already looked at him and gave her more of a story. So she had more of an idea of what was going on, because I was there for 5 hours today. We did full blood work on him. We did x-rays, examined him, did everything that we would normally do with a dog that we pull in and bring to the hospital. So we told them we were going to cover the bill that we already have in place, and that was $1,232. We paid that, and then they're taking it over from here. So of course we saw the dog in the shape he was in, and we got very nervous that they couldn't care for the dog, or they didn't care about the dog. Then after meeting them, seeing that clearly they do love their dog. They've had him for 11 years. They have taken him to the eye specialist. He's on eye drops for the thing under his eye. And I know that because I saw the records, because the eye specialist is in Coral Springs Animal Hospital. He's gone to Coral Springs Animal Hospital twice this year to have things addressed. And then when he was not acting right after he left the groomer, they pay for the groomer. After he wasn't acting right, they rushed him to the hospital that was closer to them. I saw the paperwork, saw that he was there. So they obviously care about their dog. They just didn't know what to do. So, and then he got loose out of their backyard, which now they know. They could not let him loose in their backyard because they have, between their gate, there's a little slat, and he's really thin right now, and he went out. So now they know. I said, "You're lucky he didn't get hit by a car." And they said, we know, God bless, he didn't get hit. So we educated them. I educated them about the backyard and what to do. Strange, very strange all the way around. But they got their dog back. And they were very lucky that he was picked up and brought to the shelter. And they were very lucky that the shelter put out a plea for us to come get him instead of just looking at him and deciding to euthanize him. And that it was us that came to get him. So, wow. What a day, guys. But, like I said, they were very, very, very appreciative. They were very thankful that their dog was alive and found. And they clearly care about him. You know, they took him to the vet on Friday when he was not acting right. And I mean, he's a tiny little dog. That amount of chemicals in his system, I'm sure, had a really bad reaction for him. So the doctor that has seen him, Dr. Fallon, very, very nice. She put a treatment plan together for them. Going to send him home with some pain medication, appetite stimulants, some anti-nausea medication. They also changed his food. When they went to the last vet, I guess they said, you know, try Hill's food to try to put weight on him. Because they had blood work and stuff done. His blood work actually looked great. He's a little bit anemic, which they knew. But other than that, liver's in great shape, kidneys in great shape. The doctor couldn't find any real reason of why he was thin. And there was nothing glaring at us either. You know, no obstruction, no cancer, on the x-rays. So they were doing everything they could. So it ended up being a very strange but happy ending today for Mickey, who's actually named Lucky, and today was his lucky day. As corny as that sounds, because he is going back home with his family of 11 years and spending Thanksgiving with them. So that is my update. Thank you all who donated for him today, because like I said, we did pay the bill from everything that we had done to check him out today, and it did come to $1,232 that the rescue covered. So your donations went to having him looked over and checked over, and then his owners are taking it from here as far as treatment plan and everything like that, and getting him home. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This one had a good outcome. So that's my update. I'm on my way back to the rescue house. Wow, it's been a long day. So thank you again for all of your love and support. Always. You guys are always there for us. Oh, and yes, he is going to get microchipped. I don't know why. I just glanced over and I saw the word microchip. But I did tell them that, and they said, well, he has a collar and his tags, but because of, we gave him a bath, he didn't have it on. And I said, you need to get him microchipped, because if he was chipped, when he got picked up and brought to the shelter, they would have scanned him right away, and you guys would have known right away where he was. And she's like, yeah, we're going to get him microchipped. So, again, good outcome. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is Tiffany, 100 Plus Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida.